Something is breaking down in the workplace. Not just engagement. Not just morale. Basic civility. The U.S. Surgeon General declared workplace incivility a public health crisis. Georgetown University professor Christine Porath has spent over 2 decades researching exactly what it costs. And the conditions of 2026, including mass layoffs, AI anxiety, RTO mandates, economic pressure, are accelerating every trend she documented. This is what the talent. Let's go. Porath's research, conducted across 17 industries with nearly 800 managers and employees, produced findings that have held up consistently for over a decade. And nothing in 2026 suggests the numbers have improved. 98% of workers have experienced uncivil behavior. 98%. When employees experience incivility, 66% say their performance declined. 47% deliberately decreased the time they spent at work. 38% intentionally reduced the quality of their output. And 25% admitted to taking their frustration out on customers. Incivility doesn't stay contained. It cascades. Through teams. Through client relationships. Through the organization's reputation. And through the customer experience that ultimately drives revenue. This is not a culture issue. This is a performance issue. A revenue issue. And most organizations are not measuring it. The conditions of this moment are creating specific pressure points. Pressure point 1, layoff survivor syndrome. The employees who survived restructures are working harder, under more pressure, with more uncertainty about their own future. Stressed, depleted people are less patient, less generous, more reactive. Pressure point 2. Return to office friction. Employees who built their lives around remote work are being mandated back. The resentment that generates when it isn't addressed openly leaks into daily interactions. Pressure point 3. Manager strain. Only 27% of managers globally are currently engaged. 70% of team engagement variance comes from the manager. When managers are depleted, it shows in every interaction with their teams. Pressure point 4. Incivility is contagious. Research shows that one act of incivility experienced in the morning significantly increases the likelihood of further incivility from that person for the rest of the day. Right now, the conditions for incivility to spread are near perfect. And most organizations are treating it as an HR issue rather than a leadership priority. Workplace culture does not maintain itself. It is built deliberately or it deteriorates by default. Here is what the research confirms works. 1. Name the standard explicitly. Most organizations have values on the wall. Few define what those values look like in a specific interaction. Respect means nothing without examples. What does respect look like in a difficult feedback conversation? In a meeting where someone is interrupted? Name it. Model it. Hold it. 2. Address incivility when it happens. Not in a policy. In the moment. Leaders who address disrespectful behavior immediately, even minor instances, signal that the standard is real and enforced. Leaders who let it pass signal that the policy is decorative. 3. Protect psychological safety. Employees who feel safe to speak honestly about workload, concerns and disagreements are significantly less likely to absorb incivility silently. They address it. They don't accumulate it. 4. Measure it. Pulse surveys. Exit interviews. Manager feedback data. Organizations that track culture signals catch deterioration early. Organizations that don't measure it find out in the exit interview. 98% of workers have experienced it. 66% perform worse because of it. 47% deliberately spend less time at work. 38% reduce the quality of their output. 25% take it out on customers. The organizations that are deliberate about civility right now naming the standard, addressing violations, protecting psychological safety are building something that compounds. The ones that aren't are already losing ground they don't know they've lost. Comment civility below. This is what the talent. The move is yours.